Hello, Taurus. Welcome to your weekly forecast for December 26th through January 1st. Can you believe it? We're going to connect here and we're going to see what messages are coming up for the Taurus collective, Taurus Sun, Taurus Moon, and Taurus Rising. Let's do one more little shuffle here. Now, keep in mind this is a general reading. Therefore, not every single message is going to resonate, and that's okay. Take what does and leave what doesn't. So without further ado, my dears and my darlings, let's see what's coming up here for the Taurus collective. The first card that we have coming up is the Seven of Wands. And the Seven of Wands is a card that follows the Six of Wands. So this can mean that you're coming into a time where you've recently had certain accomplishments. You recently had certain successes. Keep in mind that this accomplishment, if we're looking at the Wands, comes after Five of Wands, and Five of Wands can be struggle, conflict, competition. You broke out of that. And now Seven of Wands is like maintaining that accomplishment, maintaining that success. And because you broke out of that competition or that struggle, you have people down below who want to pull you back down into that struggle, who want to pull you back down into that conflict. So Taurus, it's going to be really, really important that you not get pulled into this conflict, that you not get pulled into this turmoil, because you've worked so hard to crawl out of it. The last thing you want to do is get pulled back in. Now, some of you have heard me say before that the Seven of Wands can come up because somebody's trying to like aggravate you. Somebody's trying to like, poke and poke and poke and poke at you until you go off. And then they want to cry and play like, you're this big, terrible tyrant. And they're, oh, look what Taurus did. And Taurus, I told you Taurus had a temper. I told you Taurus was unpredictable. And meanwhile, the whole time they've just been poking. And then when you finally say something or react, it's like, you're this terrible person. And so I've always said when that happens, don't engage. Disconnect, step away. However, the main vibe I'm feeling for the Taurus collective with the Seven of Cups in the week ahead, not Seven of Cups, excuse me, the Seven of Wands in the week ahead, is I feel like someone is pulling at your heartstrings. Someone is playing with your sympathies and with your compassion. So, in other words, I feel some of you have been dealing with a person or situation that's been really draining you. Oh my goodness, has it been draining your battery? And you realized that this is keeping me from doing the things I want to do in my life. It's keeping me from my happiness. It's keeping me from, just enjoying life. And so you may have disconnected from very negative energy, or you may have disconnected from energy of somebody that was just pulling on you way too much. It could be a job situation, living situation, a friendship, a love situation, living situation, whatever the case. You may have just said like, this is really bringing me down, this is really depleting me. And I feel, and it could be because it's around the holidays and coming into the new year, and a lot of parts of the world, there could just be someone that's like hoping that you're gonna have a little extra compassion this time of year. Or they may make it like, oh, I'm so alone, like I spent the holiday alone, or I didn't have anybody, or you can't leave me alone, it's the holiday. And I'm not telling you that you have to ignore this person. I'm not telling you that you can't be there for them. The only thing that I'm going to tell you is whatever you're doing, don't get pulled or sucked back into that level before where you felt completely drained, where you felt completely courted. So, in other words, I feel like somebody is trying to court you again. Keep in mind, it doesn't have to be romantic. It does not have to be romantic. And so I feel like the Seven of Wands is coming up for Taurus to say, don't get sucked back in. And in this instance, instead of like making you out to be the bad guy or insulting you or nagging you, I feel like somebody's really coming in and laying on the guilt. Like, feel sorry for me, pity me, kind of like trying to make you feel bad for them. So, uh, I hate to say it, I feel like it's kind of on purpose just to try to suck you back into the way things were before, because not having this cord to you or not having you available the way that you were in the past is forcing this person to do their work. And they don't want to do their work. They just want to cord you and like siphon your light, siphon your energy. So I was just going to say, don't get pulled in. Next card coming up here for the Taurus collective is the Three of Pentacles. And the Three of Pentacles is like laying down a new foundation, a new way of doing things, a new MO. To have the Seven of Wands coming in with the Three of Pentacles can also give us a feeling in the sense that some of you have great success in your career, a great opportunity to move up. You've been seen, you're standing out from the crowd. There could be opportunities that are being given to you that other people don't have, other, coworkers don't have. And it's all a part of training you and preparing you to move you on to bigger things, more intricate things, more advanced things. So Three of Pentacles can come in with a sense of like mentorship, apprenticeship. So you may have, people or supervisors kind of, showing you the ropes, taking you under their wing, and teaching you new skills. I do feel, Capricorn, some of you may have an opportunity where your work may send you to take some kind of training and get paid for it and then implement it. And if it all goes well, it could be branching out into a whole new department, which you're going to get to be in charge of because you went and you got this training, and then they're going to tell you who else to teach this skill to, and then you're going to get to oversee it. So for some of you, I feel like in a workplace, you're a part of starting a new department. You're a part of like branching out something new in the business or in the company. The next card that's coming up here for the Capricorn collective is the Empress. I'm sorry, Taurus collective. Taurus collective. But I'll tell you why I said Capricorn. I just did the Capricorn reading and they had the Emperor. And so I was thinking of that. And you also had Earth, like fellow Earth signs coming up in Capricorn. So if you are dealing with a Capricorn, or if you have Capricorn placements, you may want to be sure to check out the Capricorn reading for the week. I don't think there's accidents. So something about the energy touched off similarities to the Capricorn energy. But the Empress here could be Taurus or Libra elements. And so when I'm reading for you and your major arcana card comes up, it tells me that this is a big time of you coming into your authenticity and taking back your power. So some of you may be stepping into very, very strong elements of like not just feminine energy, but Taurus feminine energy, or the sense of divine feminine guidance coming in for you in your Taurus placement as you're moving forward and coming into these significant new chapters in your life. Some of you may be stepping into divine feminine energy. Some of you may be calling a divine feminine into your life. The Empress can come up when we're receiving guidance from the other side, from maternal figures that have passed on, grandmother figures, maternal figures. So there could be a sense of like guardian angel energy coming in, or messages coming in through dreams. Some of you may be having very, very vivid dreams. I'm not a Taurus sun, I'm a Taurus moon. And I can tell you, coming into that new moon in Capricorn we just had, my dreams have been very, very full, like chock full of like messages and imagery and symbolism. And so I'm curious, let me know if any of you have been having that experience. If you're obviously watching this, unless you're a cross watcher, but you're obviously watching this because you have some Taurus placement or dealing with a Taurus. Let me know, have you had that experience lately? And maybe some of you haven't, but you're about to come into it, because the Empress can sometimes have to do with messages and guidance coming in the dream state. So some of you may be picking up on that, or may be beginning to experience that. Also Libra, there's Libra element here with the Empress. So if you have Libra placements, there could be big changes and shifts in those houses or areas of your life. big changes and shifts having to do with a fellow Taurus or a Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. If you have both Taurus and Libra placements, there could be something of these two areas of your life aligning and coming together, with this Three of Pentacles coming in with it. But I do feel like Seven of Wands also, like kind of going back to the Seven of Wands here. Taurus, maybe some of you have been feeling like you've hit a bump in the road, or you've made changes and now like you're questioning those changes. And the Seven of Wands is saying just keep doing what you're doing. You're headed in the right direction. You're on the right path. Just keep doing what you're doing. Three of Pentacles, things are coming together. Things are happening. Things are coming into these changes and these shifts of moving up, expanding, learning a new skill set. And then the Empress card here coming in with the sense of this elevated energy, this accomplished energy, this respected energy. So I feel a strong sense of leveling up. It's going to take time, yes, but not as long as you're thinking. When you hear me say it's going to take time, it's not going to take as long as you think. Okay, to have that jump from the Three of Pentacles to the Empress. The next card coming up here for the Taurus collective, is the Artist. And this is another major arcana card. Let's move this little candle tea light holder here to the side. So the next card you have coming up here is the Artist. So not all major arcana cards have the Artist as a not all decks have the Artist as a major arcana, but this deck obviously does. And so some people might not be familiar with it. First and foremost, let me say, because we have these two major arcana cards coming in together back to back, in my readings, that tells me there's going to be big changes in a short period of time. So because they're big changes, they might not be overnight. But like I said, it's not going to take as long as you think, and the changes are going to happen back to back. I feel for a lot of you, this is going to be about a 4 to 6 month time period of like getting to where you're wanting to be. Like you're like, oh, it's taking a long time. I feel like it's happening or coming to completion in the next 4 to 6 months, which really is not that long, especially if you've been waiting for years, right? What's another 4 to 6 months? But the Artist is about kind of going within for inspiration or ideas. Could even be doing things kind of independently. And as we're connecting with God, universe, higher self, and we're coming into this inspired energy. That's giving us direction, that's giving us ideas, that's helping us to create new things in our life. Some of you may be tapping into your creativity. Creativity and intuition go hand in hand. So if your intuition is increasing, your creativity may be increasing. Some of you are seeking creative outlets as like a stress relief, but what you don't realize, it's a form of meditation that's bringing you guidance, that's bringing you ideas, that's bringing you messages. Some of you may be shifting over or may have recently shifted over to more creative work, a more creative path. And you're going to see that this is blessed. This is going to happen. This is going to come into fruition for you. So there could be a career change or shift that you began to embark on, and now you're saying, oh gosh, am I doing the right thing? And you're going to see that, yes, of course it takes time, but it's not going to take as long as you think. And that you're going to do well and have guidance and have ideas and have success the more that you're just kind of disconnecting and checking in with yourself versus going outside of yourself and asking other people for ideas or approval or feedback. And you're kind of going more into this internal process that's helping you come up with the things that are going to help you to stand out and to be successful. You may want to check out your moon sign and rising sign videos. Some weeks your moon sign or rising sign might resonate more than your sun sign. There is a link in the description that will take you to the other playlists, so you can find the other weekly forecasts. You can find the love readings, the 2023 forecasts, if you haven't checked those out. Also a link to take you to my scheduling page if you would like to schedule a private reading with me. It will take you to calendly.com/amethystangelite, and you can schedule a private reading with me there. I thank you all for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing. Take care, Taurus. Have a wonderful, wonderful week ahead. Bye, my dears.